Yo, YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Q back at y'all with another video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes, man. So, the NFL draft kind of just came and went, man, with a blink of an eye. But before I even start this video off, man, I have to give a big shout out to Howie Roseman and what he did for the Philadelphia Eagles, trading up to get Makai Lemon. That's what makes Howie Roseman the best GM in football. But I wanted to talk about another team that's a contender in the NFC as well as the Eagles, because to be honest with you, I think the Rams are like Super Bowl favorites right now, right? So I'm pretty sure if my Birds is trying to get back to the big game, that's probably one of the teams, more than likely going to be one of the teams they have to go through to get there. So let's talk about them. Let's see what they did in the draft. So Les Snead and the Rams with the 13th pick overall. And I'm so happy they did this because I can't complain. We got Makai Lemon out of it, but instead of drafting a receiver, they ended up taking quarterback Ty Simpson with the 13th pick. Kind of had everybody puzzled. There's always in every draft, there's always that one team that drafts that one player that nobody thought was going to be as high as he went. Some people even had Ty Simpson as going as low as the second round. I mean, the second round draft, But Dan Orlovsky was hyping him up, and saying that Ty Simpson was the best quarterback in the draft. Some people actually believe he's better than Fernando Mendoza, which I really don't understand. Why people think that. They could have drafted somebody that can help Matthew Stafford win right now, as opposed to getting a quarterback in the draft or whatever the case may be in the first round. We've seen this before in the past with Aaron Rodgers and the Jordan Love situation. Jordan Love had to sit for 3 years, but it worked out for Green Bay, though. Jordan Love is a star quarterback, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Things kind of end sour with, the organization and Aaron Rodgers in the end, in a sense. The Rams organization was also telling Ty Simpson's family to convince him to go into the draft because they wanted to draft him, in a sense. So, Les Snead got his guy. I think not too long ago there were negotiation talks with Matthew Stafford, regarding a new contract. He had a back injury last season that he ended up playing through, and he won MVP. So there's a lot of different factors that's going into this situation, especially in negotiation talks. I mean, Matthew Stafford and the Rams, you know, going into these negotiation talks, this upcoming offseason, the Rams can definitely use this Ty Simpson pick as leverage to kind of maybe not pay Matthew Stafford what they want to pay him, or they might just let him walk, or they might just let him, or they might be. I know they're preparing for life after Stafford, but Stafford, I feel like Matthew Stafford's gonna have to be willing to mentor Simpson and take him under his wing for real. We'll see how that works. I think that Ty Simpson can be a good quarterback in this league though, just because of where he's going. This is like he's out of all the quarterbacks in the draft, it's safe to say that he's going to the perfect situation here. You got star receivers, you got Sean McVay, a football genius. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of different things that go into it, man. But let's go ahead and look at some of these videos, man. Where and let's get Sean McVay's reaction to the pick.
Angeles Rams.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. We're sitting here at the 13th pick, so we're going to draft you with that pick. So I'm going to pass you to your new head coach, Sean McVay.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
What's up, Coach?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, man. Well, congratulations, man. Excited to get to work with you. It's going to be a lot of fun, buddy.
Let's go make history, Coach.
Yeah. No, and hey, enjoy this night, man. You earned it. Have fun. Tell your family
He said, "Not so fast, buddy. I didn't really want you like that." A lot of people are speculating that Les Snead had made this draft pick. And they said that they didn't notify, or Sean McVay wasn't made aware of it. I really honestly find that hard to believe because Sean McVay is one of the best head coaches in football. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna. I don't think any GM or owner is gonna undermine him just to get another quarterback in there. I think here's two things I could look at it. Maybe Sean McVay knew about it, but he never really was happy about it because look at the
Excited to
way he's
meet him
reacting.
and enjoy this night, man. You earned work with you. It's going to be a lot of fun, buddy.
Let's go make history, Coach.
Yeah, no, and hey,
Yeah, no, hey. Yeah, no, hey. Yeah, so Sean McVay probably knew about it, but he didn't want Ty Simpson because he didn't know how Matthew Stafford would react to it because he loves Matthew Stafford. Um, or the other way I could look at it, which was probably not as likely as the first one I said, but he probably does know about it and he's okay with he's good with it, but he has to play like he's not, which I don't think is happening, but who knows?
I think that at the end of the day, probably processing football, someone who can execute a passing offense, has mobility. So that's probably the macro. There's a lot more variables that go into it, but that's the macro, I would say.
I respect you.
You know what? I think right now he's still becoming, but I would say the journey that he's had. I think the thing you appreciate is persevering, right through the ebbs and flows of.
I'm guessing he's trying to justify the Ty Simpson pick. To be honest with you, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I can't even get my words out today, but we saw Shador Sanders go in the 5th round last season, right? Ty Simpson just went in the 1st round with the 13th pick to the Rams. You're telling me that Shador Sanders was not a better college quarterback than Ty Simpson? With a bad O-line, 70% completion percentage. I don't know, man. I don't know. The pick is weird. It's a weird pick. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Of going to Alabama, earning the job, getting his first, let's call it start the opening game against Florida State, and they lose that game. And I grew up in Alabama. The sky was falling in the state of Alabama, but
Oh, that's another thing. He's an Alabama guy. Okay, I see now. He's an Alabama guy. All right. That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense now. Let's see what hold on. This is another
Yeah, I did.
clip.
I'll keep that.
Sean McVay does not. I don't think he wanted. What's his face though?
Yeah, I did. I'll keep that between us. We'll see. He's going to compete with Stetson.
What was it about this pick?
Yeah, I did.
He's gonna compete with Stetson Bennett. That's another thing too. The Rams didn't really have another quarterback on the roster, so let's see what Buddy had to say.
Sorry. I have not. Kelly has actually texted me on Instagram and has welcomed me. Told
So his wife texted you, but he didn't text you. That's weird.
her to hit her up with my family. She we never need anything, but I can't wait to talk to Matthew. I mean, I'm super ecstatic because I just want to pick his brain about everything, soak up all that knowledge. Like that dude is just how he goes about things is super super awesome, and I've been a big fan for a long time.
You heard from any other of your
Because there's no way around it. Ty Simpson, and I think that's the best case scenario because Ty Simpson's going to play eventually. They used the number 13th pick on him. Matthew Stafford's going to have to be able to put his pride and ego to the – I don't know if Matthew Stafford doesn't really come off as a guy that got an ego, but it would really be good for him to mentor this kid. But at the same time, You're trying to win a Super Bowl. So how invested in the mentorship part of this will Matthew Stafford be if he's trying to win a championship before he retires again, you know?
Quentin Lake, actually, he texted me. And so what's funny enough is Dresser Wynn, who was a former Ram, former quarterback for my dad, was at the draft with me. And I was telling him about Quentin hit me up, and he was like, dude, he's so cool. Like that's awesome. So I can't wait to say what's up to him and get to know everybody. Like I'm super pumped to get in the locker room.
Sound like somebody sleep. Sound like somebody sleep back there. What the freak?
Yeah, I think, first off, right, like it starts with the line of scrimmage. You can tell Matthew, is in the huddle, he's taking control, he's going up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, see, this is the type of guy that you need. And I think when I talk about the Shedeur Sanders thing, because they still benched him anyways. Shedeur Sanders, I guess they probably looked at him as a guy that wouldn't embrace the backup role. This dude's definitely embracing it. And we've seen this happen before, like I said. Not just with Aaron Rodgers, but with, Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes and them. So you never know. I mean, Ty Simpson, I think if Les Snead knows what he's doing and he made the right pick, Ty Simpson's going to be good in this league. I could see him being at least a top 10 quarterback in this league. He got all of the tools and everything. He's got everything he needs to be successful. If Ty Simpson doesn't succeed in the NFL, it's because Ty Simpson's not good enough to play in this league. Let's watch some Ty Simpson, though. Let's see what he about. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Wow. But he dropped the ball. I ain't gonna lie, Ryan Williams was trash this year. Yeah, I'm done. But Ty Simpson, man. Very, very interesting pick, man. Just a very interesting pick. Very, very interesting.
Of people right now that think Sean McVay did not know that the Rams were drafting Ty Simpson.
That's what I said.
Come here. That's crazy. That is just not how it works. Let me explain something to you. Do you know how much time, effort, money, people that go into scouting a quarterback? Everyone's saying, oh, Les Snead, he's the one who made the pick. He's the one who has a relationship with Jason Simpson, who is Ty Simpson's dad. Dude, this is how it happens. When teams really like somebody, they're not going to even tell the player. They don't want to create smoke and fire somewhere so another team will come up and get them. Look, there's been a lot to be said about Ty Simpson.
I thought enough fire would have been created, enough fire and smoke would have been created when he was bringing them to the facility and stuff. I assume. I don't know.
A first-round pick, is he not? Clearly, the Rams view him at that. Clearly, the Rams are like, let's put him on a Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes plan where they go in and they sit for a year. To think that the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams or any head coach is not in agreement on drafting your future franchise quarterback, that is absolutely crazy. This is an absolute genius job by the Rams to make sure no one else was going to get them. We're talking about the NFL, billions of dollars of business. You guys, just stop. He knew that they were drafting Ty Simpson.
I agree with Chase Daniel on that. I do agree with Chase Daniel.
There's a lot of people right now that think Sean McVay did.
I definitely agree. With Chase Daniel on that. Sean McVay definitely knew that Ty Simpson was going to get drafted by the Rams. There's no way around it. There's no way you don't keep the head coach of your football team in a loop about stuff like that, especially in a year where you're projected to be a Super Bowl contender. So that notion that he didn't know is nonsense. Like I said, best case scenario, he knows, but deep down inside, Sean McVay is thinking like the fans are thinking. Why can't we get a number 3 receiver? Because that's the reason why we lost in the playoffs last year. When they took Puka out, when they covered Puka good, they covered Devontae Adams real good. We needed a number 3 wide receiver to give us some of them plays. So why aren't we taking a receiver? Why are we taking a quarterback now? I mean, especially when the next quarterback class is stronger than this one. But as the Rams, you know what I mean? You don't get this opportunity very often because how often are they going to pick in the top 10, top 15? Not too often. So if your guy is there, you like him, go get him. It could end up being a very, very genius. Honestly, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be a genius move. I think it's a genius move at the end of the day. A lot of people are going to have their, doubts about it. But at the end of the day, bro, he is going into the perfect situation. Any quarterback could have went in there, and any quarterback in his situation should be able to succeed, bro. And he has a relationship with Buddy's dad, so Ty Simpson's gonna have to try to bring it every time he steps onto the practice field. I think they're good. The Rams are good. Uh, that's pretty much it, man. I don't let me know what y'all think about the Ty Simpson getting drafted by the Rams. Was it a good move? Was it not? I think it was a good move, and I'm gonna stand on that, man. But I would like to hear what y'all think, man. Other than that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm out, man. Peace.